How long does it take to close on a co-op apartment in New York City? We will demystify this topic in the following video. I'm Nick at Hauseit. We are the largest for sale by owner and buyer agent commission rebate company here in New York, established in 2014. Visit us at hauseit.com to learn about ways to save money when buying and selling real estate in New York City. So, how long does it take to close on a co-op apartment in New York? Well, the immediate answer is that it takes around 3 months from the time that you are in contract. However, there is a tremendous amount of uncertainty and variability when it comes to this timeline, primarily because the specific timeline of each building varies depending on who the managing agent is and who the individual board members are. Furthermore, the timeline can be prolonged or shortened based on the actual season time of year when you submit an application. But as a general rule, around 3 months is a reasonable assumption for you to make as you plan your life in terms of your current rental and how to move into your new place. If you've just started your search and you're thinking, when will I be able to move into an apartment that I have yet to submit an offer on, a better assumption is perhaps around 6 months. Figure a few months for your search and around a month to submit an offer, negotiate, work with your attorney on the buyer due diligence and the purchase contract itself, and then of course once you're in contract, managing that 3-month timeline to closing. The specific components of the timeline to closing for a co-op pretty much starts with the signed contract. Now once you have a signed contract, the first thing you need to do if you're financing is apply for a mortgage. Doing this takes around 3 weeks, 4 weeks. A lot of it varies on how busy the underwriters are, what time of year it is, where interest rates are, etc. But as a general assumption, you'll have around 3 weeks during which you can begin preparing components of your co-op board application. The idea being that once you receive the commitment letter from your bank in 3 to 4 weeks' time, you'll be able to simply just slot that into your co-op board application, which is largely complete, and submit that immediately. And keep in mind that most contracts, purchase contracts, will stipulate that as a purchaser, you need to submit the board application within some period of time after receiving the commitment letter, and usually that's around 5 days, or it could be 5 business days. Once you submit your co-op board application, it usually takes around 4 weeks to hear back from the board. The board will usually come back with a request for an interview, of course if they're happy with what they see, but it is possible that the board could just reject your application outright, deny you the opportunity for the interview itself. Keep in mind that that 4-week estimate on hearing back from the co-op board is nothing more than an estimate. In some cases, we've seen it take 12 weeks, and in other cases, it's taken a week. It really depends on the type of building, the particular board members, how they operate, who the management is, and also whether it's a big or a small building. From the time you complete your interview, it usually takes about a week to hear back as to a decision, and thereafter, if you're approved, figure 1 to 2 weeks to close. So just to recap again, 3 to 4 weeks to get your commitment letter, then 4 weeks approximately to hear back from the co-op regarding your application, a week or so to coordinate the interview, and 1 to 2 weeks thereafter to actually close on the apartment. So as a general approximation, 3 months is usually how long it takes to close on a co-op apartment in New York City from the time you are in contract. If you are looking to buy a co-op in New York, we'd love to hear from you. You can actually save up to 2% on your purchase by working with a Hauseit affiliated buyer's agent and requesting a Hauseit buyer closing credit. So to learn more about that, visit our website, hauseit.com, spelling is below. We also have some great calculators as well. So if you want to figure out what your buyer closing costs might be, we have a calculator for that. You can type in your purchase price, property type, how much you're financing, and it will actually generate a nice and itemized output of all of your closing costs. You can print it, email it, send it to a friend. So it will give you a lot of information to help you plan your purchase going forward here in the city. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.